Welcome back to Wide Gaming. Today we're going to be talking about the Icarus Week 49 update. Now, this update is a relatively small one, but what they have done alongside it, as they usually do, is posted a little sort of dev letter. And in that dev letter, there's hints of what is to come in the Week 50 update. And it's some pretty awesome stuff. So the Week 49 update mainly consists of a lot of feedback and community-focused updating. Player-driven improvements mainly, and changes that have been shared through their upvote system, which if you do want to add some stuff to that, I will post a link to it down in the description below. Pretty awesome. Basically whatever gets upvoted the most is what they put their most time into, so it is a really good way for the community to come together and get new features added or point out existing ones that are sort of problematic and causing issues. But they've spent a lot of time tweaking things, and they're working on a lot of performance optimization too. But with the Week 50 update, they're moving ahead with a plan to add missions to the open world sort of, it's not server, the open world mode, which is brilliant. That means they're moving along pretty damn quick, because what was it? Week 48, we actually got the open world update, so that's quick. That was what, a week ago, and by the time the Week 50 update comes, that's 2 weeks. So within the space of 2 weeks, they have already added missions, which is awesome. So what they have said is that they're moving ahead with the plan to develop the next stages of the open world feature, starting with the first expansion to the world next week with dynamic quests. Open world has been a big success, and your support of the new mode has been incredibly encouraging and a proud moment for the team. Dynamic quests required you to build a new short-range radio on the planet, which you can interact with to trigger the start of these objectives. Now, I and many other players have said from day one that having an open-world function, not the outposts. The outpost was okay, but it wasn't what it should have been, I don't think, personally. But now seeing an actual open-world system, I've played it, it is loads of fun. You can do everything that you can do in the missions. The only upside to it is everything that you do doesn't disappear. Doesn't get wiped away, so it's absolutely brilliant. And I think that's really going to help, because a lot of people, myself included, very, very disheartened. As soon as you'd finish that mission, especially if it was a long one, everything you built was gone, and it was just very disheartening. But now, with the new open world system, that doesn't happen, so you can build to your heart's content, and people have been making some amazing structures. People did that in the outpost mode anyway. If you are in the Icarus Discord, some really, really cool things in there, especially build-wise. But these dynamic quests are going to provide objectives in the local area and biome close to where you've built your short-range radio, keeping your missions close to your base and your resources. Completing dynamic quests will reward you with a specialized pod that drops down to the surface, and when interacted with will provide you with a few different options to choose from, such as food, ores, or tools for your payment. Depending on the difficulty of the quest, rewards will scale appropriately. Players will also receive XP for completing quests. Dynamic quests are the first step in our efforts towards building an open world and being vibrant, engaging, and a brilliant game mode all round. And the early support you've shown the team gives us acknowledgement of your appreciation for this effort, and we're excited to build into the future of this mode with you. Now, you know, so many people have said it from day one, if they had an open world mode in it at day one, I think the game would have remained with a relatively high consistent player base. Obviously the player base did start to dwindle a little bit, and as I've already mentioned in the video, I can completely understand why. I stopped playing for a while, but open world has brought me back, and I love it. Open world is brilliant. You can do so much stuff. I'm going to do loads of building. I'm going to do a couple of videos. I think we might do some streams as well. But you know, it's all going to be well and good. But with this update, there is some cool stuff. The new features in this one are pretty simple. There's not too many. They haven't gone nuts, but they've added the ability to sit on chairs. This was one of the most popular things on the feature upvote system that they've got. So you can finally sit down in a chair and just look at the world and see beautiful things all around, which quite cool, right? They've also added a water bomb, which basically is a firefighting tool. It's not a weapon, so don't throw it at a bear because you'll probably piss it off and it'll just eat you. But it's basically a firefighting tool, which is very, very cool. I like it. And as you can see, the guy there just juggling it around. And the final thing as well is the wolf trophy. So currently all the trophies are in game for animals, so you can hang them up on your wall. They've actually gone and added the wolf one into that now too, which is brilliant. There's a load of little reworked features as well, and other than that, there's not really too much to this update. They're mainly focusing on the next updates, which are going to be quite big over the next few weeks. So pretty damn cool, understandable for a smaller update. But they've merged the repair and upgrade hammer now as well into a single item, which quite cool. Saves you crafting two different things for practically the same job. The bow crosshair has now been applied to all weapons which have a charge effect, such as bows, throwing, spears and knives, and provides a more informative UI when using the weapons. And finally, the tomahawk talent, which provided the ability to throw axes, has been removed and replaced with the berserker. Alright, see, there we go. And there is a little bit of a word on the decentralized update as well. Decentralization is coming pretty damn soon, and it will impact players who choose not to use dedicated servers for the Icarus experience and prefer to stay in the standard peer-to-peer model. There are numerous benefits to a decentralized data model, but that's all very ooh and ah for me. If you are interested in the decentralized stuff, but basically you'll be able to play it on your computer. You won't have to connect to a server, so you'll be able to do everything offline in a nutshell. And there'll be no cap on a character limit. Data will be stored locally, so characters can't be lost or accidentally deleted anymore. And characters will no longer be bound to an individual prospect, so you will be able to actually transfer them to any world without coming back and forth from the dropship. Quite cool. And then alongside that, workshop items can be tracked in bundles and stacks, which will allow you to have a similar experience to planet crafted items, so you'll be able to stack everything up, track durability and all that kind of stuff. And mission rewards will be granted upon the completion of objectives rather than a completion of an actual prospect, which I think that'll be a lot easier because you'll be able to actually see what you're getting in real time rather than wait until the very end. And exotic extractions will no longer require you to leave the planet's surface. With the addition of specialized exotic drones, you can load them and send them into orbit, all whilst carrying on your missions on the planet's surface without impact. Very, very cool, right? So, you know, they'll be able to actually introduce a lot of this stuff without data being relied on servers and all of that, and everything will be stored locally. So, it's all very complex, all very techy, but if you did understand that, and you do understand the decentralized and all that random stuff, then, you know, great. You're a smarter man than I am. I'm just here to play games and post random videos. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap that one up. We will be back with some more Icarus, I'm pretty sure, within the next couple of weeks. We're possibly going to stream it as well. We will be starting to stream at some point before Christmas. I think on Tuesdays, but keep an eye on the community tab for notes of that one. For now, though, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and tap that notification bell to stick around for much more awesome survival content. I have been Wired, you've been awesome, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.